Welcome back to the College Sports Show. Yes, it is Christmas week. We're very excited to be here. This is Louis's
As
first
you can
episode.
see.
As you can see, we just had our Christmas party here at the office, and we've been away for about 2 weeks. We've been super busy, and this episode is making more of around a college golf theme. Hence, we've got Coach Luis in here. So we'll give you some updates on that. Give you some updates on placements.
Yeah, a little bit of placement, a few connections, and a few placement updates as well.
Awesome. Before we get started today's show, Luis, can you tell us a bit about yourself and your background and why you're here?
Hello guys, thank you for tuning in for the show. My background, well, I'm from Venezuela originally, came to play college golf when I was around 18 years old. To Indian Hills Community College, where Chris played as well.
Yes.
So we went to the same school. From there, I transferred to a Division II school, University of Mount Olive, and transferred again to North Carolina A&T State. After getting done playing college golf, got into coaching right away. So I coach at Arkansas State University, which is Division I, and also Virginia Commonwealth University, Division I as well, known as VCU. So yeah, excited to be here in the show. Very happy to be working at ASM and helping athletes for the past 18 months.
Yeah, and you actually won a championship ring at Hills, which I didn't. So
Yes, sir. Yes,
there's
sir.
no debate who the better golfer is. Yeah, Luis is,
Unfortunately, under the great one, Michael Hagen.
Hey, Coach Hagen, if you're watching. These are two of your protégés, right here.
I'm sure he's very proud.
I'm sure he's got two unborn children from it. Cool. Well, Luis, thanks for that update. We're going to come back to golf shortly about what we were up to in Vegas, the golf convention. Let's go straight into placements. I know it's been very busy, lots of activity. This is
Very
the peak
busy.
season. So what's been happening, Alex?
Yeah, 100%. So usually people think our December's a bit of a quieter month, but as we've discussed many times, it's actually when coaches are potentially one of the busiest because seasons are over, they're winding down, so all of their attention is shifted into recruitment. So as we can see by some of our stats, even just the connections we've made so far in December, we're currently on 598, so two off 600 connections for December, which, like I said, is great. So the placement team have not stopped, have you, Luis? Lots of good stuff going on. And yeah, in terms of placements, there's a couple of big ones. I won't do all of them because we've got quite a few.
That's a big list.
Big list, but with
That's a very big list.
Yeah. So a couple of notable ones, I would say Christian Herluff has committed to NC State. So one of our soccer players, he's committed on a full ride, which is worth 48,000. So yeah, NC State, fantastic program, top Division 1. So very excited for Christian. Another one we can mention will be, what do we think, Luis? Any golfers you want to talk about?
Yeah, so just yesterday, Pomona College did their results on applications. We had Ken Kremers get admitted into Pomona. He's going to be part of the men's golf team, so that's a big one. I mean, very tough school to get in. He had a really good SAT, I think about a 1390 with a 3.9 GPA, so great fit.
That's awesome.
The coach is excited. Ken is super excited, and his family as well. So that was a good one.
Yeah, that's huge.
How many people we got roughly on that list?
On this list now?
We could turn around and show the camera. It's a lot.
Almost 40.
Yeah, pretty much 40. Trying not to knock anything over.
Not even halfway through December yet. That's incredible.
No, not even halfway through.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, we're expecting a few
Definitely
more as well on
stuff.
the edge.
Huh?
Quite a few more are on the edge, aren't they?
I think we're still predicted to get another 60 before the end of the month.
Yeah,
so we should be about 100 plus placements this
Yeah.
December. Any other notable ones you want to mention?
Good one. Well, a UK soccer lad, Harrison Solomon. He's committed. Yeah, he used to play at Derby. And then he came out here for a little bit, and now he's actually going to FAU.
Nice.
So he's going to be down the road from us. So really excited for Harrison, and we'll have to go down and watch a game, won't we?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure he's going to do fantastic there. Coaches are really excited to have him, and very proud of Harrison.
Nice. Well done, placement team, as always.
Always welcome
Keep
to.
it happen. That's why we do what we do. Do you have NIL news, or should we go straight to the golf?
You go straight into the golf,
Okay,
and I
let's
can have
go.
a quick look and see.
You go look up the updates on the
Yeah.
So, was it last week, Luis, we went?
Yeah, last Tuesday.
That's right.
Last Tuesday, Wednesday.
That's right. So we went off to the college golf convention. It's basically the men's and women's coaches. All the head and some assistants were there. They all come to the convention. They have numerous different topics they talk about. Is that psychologist, that golf? Who is he? What was his
Yeah,
name?
that was Dr. Brett McCabe.
That's right.
He's got a couple tour players, Max Homa, Colin Morikawa.
Yeah.
He did a great speech for all the coaches.
Yeah.
To help them understand better their kids, kind of redo the wheel of like a lot of the coaching styles that you see out there, and just his feedback on how to make their players better.
Yeah. So we saw a great speech from him. We actually got to meet him later in the day.
Yes,
We saw him
yes.
at Bellagio. And basically, what we would do, the reason we were there was to go meet coaches, get faces to the names. Always good to see the coaches. You know a lot of them from your coaching days. But we do it because we want to find out what's happening in the coaching space, obviously help some of the players that we're still getting committed, and then get a feel for what's happening in the future of college golf. And I think one of the interesting takeaways we got from the college convention was the roster caps.
Yeah.
So can we explain what that is and what does that mean for potential golfers out there that are trying to play college golf?
So yeah, 2025, possibly the hardest year, even harder than COVID to get recruited in history of the NCAA, I would say, because the NCAA has gone back and changed their rules to make a roster limit to every Division I team in the country. So there's some teams that will be at 8 players max, and most teams will be at a 9-player max roster limit, which affects a lot of our junior golfers because a lot of teams have more than 9 players. So they basically cannot recruit at all. They even have to get rid of a few players. So yeah, very, very tough year to get recruited. That's supposed to start August 2025. D1s are gonna be either at 8 or 9 players. On the positive side, now they don't have a limit for the equivalency or money they can give away. So it's called, what is it called?
The
Revenue. It's what's the word?
I'm not sure what you're about.
It's a revenue
Harvest it.
sharing.
We'll come back. Revenue.
Yeah.
Oh, the athlete revenue sharing for we talk about this on NLI.
Yeah.
So now they can get part of the money, the bonus.
Yeah. So basically, at the D1 level, you can have up to 8 players, but all 8 of them can be on full rides. Or if you're at 9, all 9 of them can be on full rides, as long as the athletic program has that kind of money to offer to the kids.
So in a nutshell, it's going to get harder to get to D1, but possibly more opportunities in D2 and IA, and a lot more transferring going on.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. And D1 is going to be more similar to the professional sport more than ever, because players can get full rides, they can get paid on top of that. So it's almost like pro level.
It's not just happening in golf, it's happening across multiple sports, right? But obviously we were golf focused for that event, but it's happening in soccer, basketball, track, for everything. So the D1 space is changing from 2025 onwards. There's been a lot of talk about it, but now it seems to be more coaches understanding how this is going to work for them financially, which is where confusion was probably 3 months ago. But exciting times, because obviously you make it to D1, it's going to be amazing for an athlete in terms of money. Now, could that athlete lose that opportunity a year later? So if they don't perform, because in the past you were pretty much set for the whole 4 years. Has there been clarity on what's going to happen with that?
Yeah, I mean, being that now you have a roster limit, I think coaches are gonna definitely have to pull the trigger and make the changes that they need to have the kind of teams that they want.
Right.
So maybe you're not as safe, but I mean, if you're at a big time program that has that roster limit, once you get in the portal, you'll have like 10 offers from other schools like a week later than you get in the portal. So
it'll be easier.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's probably the best thing for the athlete as well, that you can go to a team where you can play and travel to every tournament. But yeah, probably the big level is just like professional sports. You don't see it as much in golf because it's individual, but you see it on live a little bit. Like players that don't perform on live, they gotta find another team for next year. Teams are buying new players. It's gonna be really similar to that.
Do you think this is a good thing for college golf, or?
I think so, yeah. I think so because it's gonna help financially a lot of players, especially the top players. But it's gonna grow the sport. It's gonna grow the opportunities that athletes have at the best level.
Good stuff. We're also off to Doral Junior Golf Championships tomorrow. So we'll be, if you are watching this, obviously next year is too late. We'll see them there next year. But we're off to tomorrow's Doral Junior Golf Championships. I think it's about 300 players playing. We've had some success with our clients there before. We had one that actually won there years ago, Centauri. So we're excited to be there. We're there for 4 days, helping players understand college golf recruiting, how to get recruited, doing assessments. So we're pretty excited for that one, right?
Yeah, correct. Obviously a dead period for men's golf, but a lot of D1 women's coaches will be there watching the girls at Doral. We have a top-ranked player this week. Her name is Elzbieta Aldana from Guatemala. She's currently like 450th on Wagger. She finished 11th at the WALA, which is the women's amateur in Latin America. And yeah, if you're here this week, make sure you go watch her, and we'll catch up.
Come find us in our Christmas outfits. No, we'll be in ASM gear. Luis, thanks for that update. It was really interesting being here at the conference. I learned a lot myself, and it was interesting to see what the coach was saying about our app. Some good ideas for some features we can bring next year, so we're excited to bring that to the community as well. But what is going on in the NIL space, Alex? Who's making the money?
I did. So I've had a little look whilst you've been chatting there. Yeah, I know you guys had a great trip to Vegas. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Having that relationship with the coaches, getting in front of them, and getting their feedback, like you said.
Exactly. And we're going to be doing in soccer, tennis, we're doing multiple sports, but golf's normally the first one of the year, then we'll next year be doing the other ones as well.
Chicago's, the soccer's going to be in Chicago, isn't it?
So
January.
Cold. Yeah. It's going to be so cold. I'm not looking forward to the cold. I'm looking forward to meeting the coaches, but not the weather.
Yeah. I know. No, absolutely. So NIL. So do you remember, Chris, when we spoke about the men's basketball tournament that was taking place in Vegas?
It was annoying some people.
It was annoying some people because there was a certain amount of teams. Each team was getting $1 million. Winners were going to get like $9 million, for example. So now they're doing it on the women's side, but also for the same sort of benefit. So Players Era Women's Championships is going to take place in 2025, and they've only got a select amount of teams there at the minute. South Carolina, UCLA, Duke and Texas, all of them are going to receive at least $1 million towards NIL money, and then the winners up to $9 million again. So
they're putting some more teams though, no?
I think so. I think those are the ones confirmed, and then it sounds like they're going to be making adding some more. This
is going to be a really interesting 2025 onwards in terms of what's going to happen with stuff like that, because I think you're going to start seeing that if that works and that's popular, you'll see that happening more and more, especially for American football.
Yeah.
You can see that happening, right? It's going to be interesting times.
Yeah. No, it is. I mean, it's a great opportunity for the players, but I can see how some teams are thinking, hang on a minute, how are we meant to compete with this? Yeah. Because the top players are only going to look towards these teams that are getting invited to these tournaments because of the financial reward. Yeah. So it changed the recruitment side.
Yeah, I think it's almost like a new division. Like if you're a Power 4 school and you have the access to all those resources and money, it's basically gonna be a new division on top of Division 1, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know they were looking at that with the soccer side of it as well. Yeah, which is again going to be interesting because all of a sudden there's no, like you say, it's not the scholarship, they're not sharing that between athletes. It could be 28-man rosters similar to sort of American football. Yeah. rosters, all of them on full ride scholarships, NIL money on top.
Pro sports.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think this is, if you're an athlete and you haven't yet got your spot on a team, this is becoming the best time to become a college athlete, by far. One of the best. Like, compared to when we all played, this was not possible. The fact that you can make millions of dollars now playing sports in America as a college athlete is amazing times ahead for everyone. So I think it's going to be super awesome, and we look forward to helping a lot of those athletes in that journey as well. Do we have any other more topic news, or is that we call it a wrap for 2025?
I think that's a wrap for 2025 on NIL news, yeah.
Well, we've really enjoyed this year making this content for you. We have a lot more big plans in 2025 coming. We have some college visits we're doing, more conference stuff we're going to do, and some other big plans coming our way. So, guys, thank you for watching the show this year. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year in 2025. Remember, our Christmas present would be if you could give us a like, subscribe, that'd be great, because the people at Google love that stuff. But enjoy Christmas, guys, and Happy New Year. Take care.
Merry Christmas,
Bye.
guys.